Are you tired of listening to the competition talk about AI and how they're using it and how it's changing their business, and you feel like you're being left behind because you're not involved in AI right now? Well, even as a smaller salesperson or a smaller business, let's demystify a little bit of this. Let's dig a little bit into this AI topic and see how you're using it by sharing some of the ways that I use it and how I think that fundamentally it is going to change the way that you do business. The good news is that most of what I'm going to tell you about here today is 100% free. Let's dig into it. So first off, let's talk about why you have to build this into your arsenal. The reality of it is that your competition is going to run away if you don't start using this at least a little bit. Most of the big boys in the sales world, the Salesforces, the IBMs, the Microsofts, and all the big boys out there are already using this product, and they're using it in ways that help them dial faster, help them lead gen faster, and make it easier for them to build their business and build their leads. But there are ways that even on a small scale, if you're listening to this channel, you're probably not in those big scales, and you're trying to do something with a 1 or 2 person team. And if that's the case, you have to be able to get AI involved. You have to be able to talk to it and use it in a way that will be a force multiplier for you so that you don't get completely left behind. Now, the ultimate goal is to get to a point to where you can afford to invest in this the way that the bigger companies do. But I definitely understand that there is a situation where you're going to be in sort of the bootstrap level of this whole thing. So we're going to dig into exactly how you can use it at a small level. The first way that I highly suggest that you start using AI is in your lead generation, in your sales qualifying, and basically using it to build strategy and building it to help you qualify and build that best persona is the best option for you. I honestly think that if you throw your thought processes, your experiences, your business type into an AI like Google's Gemini or ChatGPT, whichever your particular flavor is, it is going to help you build a buyer persona or a persona that you can use to narrow down the leads and who it is that you should be looking for. This is a good way to start because you're not talking about everybody in the world or every business in your area. You're starting to build a specific profile around the type of business that you use. And AI can definitely help you with this if this isn't something that you already have. Another way to use it for strategy is basically to go in and say, okay, what should my next step be? Just asking it an open-ended question as if it were a business partner is a great way to just start using AI and just start thinking about it as a business person is involved. And it doesn't mean that it's always going to be right or it's always going to fit your particular style, but it's a great place to start. And don't be afraid to ask follow-up questions. Don't be afraid to say, well, that's not really my style. Can you make another thought process on this? And it will. It's happy to talk as long as you want to talk about strategy. The second way that you can use it is actually to build content. It's very good at writing. It's very good at using a specific tone and spitting out an email script or a cold call script or something like that. Now, don't sound like everybody else because I guarantee you that your competitors are probably doing this at this point. So I would take the script that it gives you or the copy that it gives you and I would make it your own. I would put it in your own personal style, changing your words to make the common verbiage that you generally use or to make it sound a little bit more like you. But it's an excellent way to get a very good start. Every time I do this, I always say to myself, I can't believe that it was so successful at writing this thing. I wouldn't have remembered to put this in or put that in. And it also gives you a very good format. It's very good at giving you formatting with sometimes doing the bullet points and sometimes talking about the topic. So I highly suggest that you use it at least as a beginning stage whenever you're writing copy for whatever your particular campaign is that you're doing. So whether it's a cold call script or an email script or anything like that, start with AI. So next we're going to move into a slightly different tool, though you can give documents to Google Gemini now and to ChatGPT, I believe. But we're going to talk about a different app that I use called notebook.lm. So what I do with Notebook is I give it documents and start asking it questions about the document. The way that Notebook works is that it's basically a large language model, but it can be trained on specific information for you. So you give it your sales reports for the last year, and you can start asking it questions that will help you build strategy around next. So you can start asking it questions like, hey, where are my biggest wins? You can ask it questions like, hey, given the information that I've given you, what do you think a perfect vertical is for me to focus on? Or should I change my product line just a little bit to meet the needs of my clients? It's good at asking strategic questions around that based around a specific data set that you gave it. So give that a shot. It's a great place to start doing data analytics. You can also have it look at things like your human resources. You can have it look at your protocol and your procedures. You can have it write procedures for you. You can have it write systems for you. So using it for your data analytics is a great way, and probably the third way that I would suggest that you start using it. And lastly, for number 4, I'm going to round up some tools that I think are some ways that it could be used that I may not be using it now, but I think is coming in the very near future. I just recently started working with a company who has a chatbot which basically lives on a phone line. So you can point this chatbot to whatever topic you want to, your company website, your company HR documents. You can point it at your scheduling or whatever you want to do. And basically when people call the number, they're talking to your virtual AI assistant in whatever voice that you choose for it. So at that point, what's happening is they're basically having a conversation with your business, if you want to put it that way. It already knows your FAQs from your website. It already knows your website and what's located on there, maybe some blog posts and some other stuff. So it can start to answer questions about the business from the customer. And then what's great is it can also capture the information and follow up with it later. Other tools that I want to start using, and probably will soon, are tools that will help me with building content for social media. There's plenty out there that will take a picture and animate it. There are plenty of stuff that will write copy for you. There are automation points for Facebook and your social media, though I personally think that if you're going to be putting things on social media, you should probably manually upload. I think it just creates a better environment, but I will certainly be using AI to help me write the copy and help me build content. Canva has great AI involved and put on top of it to help you make sure that you're spelling things and you're saying things in the proper direction. And then lastly, I'll probably start using it in lead generation. I would love to start using it to help me formulate plans, to help me start dialing, maybe to help me start doing emails on an automatic basis. So I think that this is a really next level stuff and tools that you should definitely start researching if you haven't already. So what's next? Let's build an action plan. The reality of it is that your next action should be, number 1, to start using it for anything at all. Pick your topic and pick your tool, whether you want to use Gemini from Google or you want to use ChatGPT or any of the other ones out there, Perplexity, Notion, all of those are something that you can use. No matter which one you want to use, the next challenge is to start using it. Then start doing more research into tools that can essentially help you save time in your day. That's ultimately what we're trying to do here. AI is just a force multiplier. It's just going to help you get better at what you do and do what you do faster. Let's quickly do some objection handling, because I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, if you're not already using it, you're thinking, whoa, this is way too complex and I don't think I can handle this. That's crap. You can. If you can type and you can type in your native language, then you can talk to these AI chatbots. If you're running out of options or you don't understand what to ask it, just simply ask it what you should ask it, and it's great at helping you formulate the plan. You're worried that it's going to replace you. Maybe you're not the owner of your company and you're just working in a sales role and you're afraid that it's going to replace you. We're years away from that probably happening. It's going to become much more easier for you to do your job. It's a tool, and you should use it as a tool. I don't think carpenters are afraid of their hammers. They're just using them as tools, and being able to strongly wield your tools makes you better at what you're doing and actually makes you more worth it for your company to keep on board. It's an opposite effect of what you actually think is going to happen. Thirdly, look, this is inevitable. This is the way the world is going anyway. You might as well get involved. It's not like you can sit back and say, oh, computers, those are going away. Nobody's going to use the internet. I mean, these things are going to happen. You might as well get involved, and you might as well get yourself trained. So those are my tips for AI. As far as sales goes, we just scratched the surface of what sales and what, AI can do in this particular video. But if you liked it and you want more, pop on over to the main channel, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to definitely watch the other stuff, because I got lots out there, and we'd love to see you say hello. I like it when people say hello.